Ma'am, you heard about the new announcement which has been made. A new DGP, Manipur has a new DGP in form of Mr. Rajiv Singh. And, the Home Minister before also has announced a unified command, the security apparatus as far as tackling security situation in the state of Manipur is concerned. Do you see that this change will help people have more faith in the police?
I hope so. But what difference would it make when you change the DGP? Because administration is in the government, in the hands of the government, the CM. So what every now and then I reiterate that if the central government, if the state government, and if we all wish to return peace and normalcy, the first thing is to impose president's rule for some time. Then start the peace process. Slowly, it might take time, but slowly and steadily, I think we can do it. But unless and until president's rule is imposed, I have little hope because people seem to take the law into their own hands. That's the reason why I think the armed forces also find it to tackle the problem as they could have, because people seem to be involved. So if we are really sincere and honest to bring back normalcy in the state, the only option right now is not just the change of DGP. DGP is in the hands of the government, the state government.
Okay.
What the government, the central government must think is that it should impose president's rule and bring back normalcy in the state.
Ma'am, we have seen so much violence. Now the government is hopeful that, with a slew of measures which has been announced by them, also judicial inquiry and others, they will be able to get to the bottom of who exactly caused this mayhem, this violence, and who all are the perpetrators in the looting of arms and other things. Central agencies like CBI and Judicial Commission will look into all these details and aspect of criminality and criminal conspiracy if there is any. What is the way forward, ma'am? What according to you would be the steps which should be taken between the two communities or the civil society, the role of civil society, through which we can, look at long-lasting peace, or at least returning to some semblance of peace, ma'am?
Well, I would never speak on behalf of a community. Please don't interview me, or please don't ask me to speak on behalf of.
I'm not asking, ma'am. I'm sorry to interrupt you there, ma'am. I'm not asking you to about the community. I'm just asking you about steps that can be taken so that the bridge between the two communities. As a senior leader, as a senior member of Manipur, I'm asking you that question, not as a cookie or a mighty, ma'am.
Thank you so much. As I said, in the larger interest of the country,
yes, ma'am,
in India, and also my state, Manipur, why I said, in order to usher in peace and harmony once again in this strife-torn Manipur, we need president's rule. I am asking and urging the government for president's rule, because even just to start a peace process, we need president's rule so that all the communities feel safe. They must feel safe in order to speak up, in order even to visit one another. We need that kind of safety. And that could only be given by president's rule. Because what all has happened, so many precious lives, cookies, metes, so many precious lives have been lost during this one solid month. So many houses, buildings have been destroyed under the present government, under the Honorable Chief Minister, Mr. Brijesh Singh. I have no personal, no personal enmity or anything against the Chief Minister. In fact, we used to work together as human rights activists, and I remember we used to go to in some corners of Imphal to speak on human rights and to bring awareness to the people. But today, as I look at the administration, it has failed. And excuse me.
Yes, ma'am.
His administration has failed. That has landed the state into a boiling soup. So, we need president's rule in order to bring back peace and tranquility, and it is going to take time. And if the DGP could be changed when the DGP was working under his chief ministership, and all these things have happened. So the chief minister, I think, should not continue on. He should take moral responsibility and resign with dignity and impose president's rule so that everyone feels safe to talk to one another and to find, and so that also judicial inquiry, headed by not less than the rank of retired Chief Justice of Supreme Court. We need this. And we also need a joint parliamentary committee to follow what the Home Minister has been doing for the last 3-4 days, taking so much pains and efforts to bring in peace. And also, as I was just talking to you a few minutes back when the storm came and I was not able to connect. The northeastern states, 7-8 sisters must come together and all try to find the family's problem. Today it could be Manipur, tomorrow I don't know which. So the border states need more love, understanding, more support from not only from the central government, but from all the mainland people. I just want to mention here, when we were, termed as chinkies in Delhi or Bangalore or Mumbai, we all felt bad. And the central government took immediate steps, and today nobody is referring us as chinkies. So right in my state, these terms, derogatory terms like Burmese, poppy planter, cookies, and all these things, in order to stop this, the CM has not been able to stop all this. In fact, he himself had termed cookies as foreigners or refugees. So under his leadership, I think people will not have the confidence, so we need president's rule if we are really sincere, if we are really honest, because we need a strong Bharat, we need a strong India, and we need an intact Manipur if we all wish for a great India and a great Manipur. Confidence building to start with president's rule. Otherwise, I do not really have the belief or the faith that peace would return. Because when you do not feel safe, how would you talk about peace? So we need this. We need president's rule in Manipur so that all the communities could come together and then forge an alliance, never to let this kind of destruction take place again.